Hey guys, I'm going to let you know I still have some bundles left over. If you want your bundle today, hit me up on any of the social links down below for more information. Hey guys, this is Vess and today I am back with another commission. So this commission I am doing for slimpickensuk from DeviantArt. I'm going to call him Slim. And this is his character, Aero Gainsborough. From his DeviantArt also. He had created this art and it's this character and it's Ruby based, and he was like very particular. Like he had like the images of weapons and everything. So you know it was kind of cool with creating this commission itself. I like this commission because everything was just there for me. I didn't have to really do too much creating. The most I had to create was basically the sword itself, because when I was reading his bio, he said that the weapon is called Aptus, and what it does is, with his power, he can be able to, you know, transform the sword, you know, transform the weapon itself, because I think it's in its original state when it's closed and behind his back. So it has a double edge sphere and simply straight edge katana blades, and the gavel can be also broken at the grip, so it can basically turn into like blades. That's basically what I did for this commission. I separated the aptus and I was able to make it look like the katana blades that he was talking about. So yeah, I was thinking about what should I do. Should I make a duo? Should I make a single? And I'm kind of like more of the duo blade type of person, so Slim did help me with coming up with like maybe what type of battle he should be doing or whatever. He was like throwing ideas out there, and you know, I was like I was like, you know what, let me just make him in a fighting pose, duo blade it, and see how it comes out, you know. He's not really too much fighting, he's more like getting away, I would say. Is more what could I say, it's like more, you know, simplified. We're just gonna have him floating into the sky and stuff like that. I'm not gonna have him do too much. Like usually I'll have them in a powerful pose or whatever. I didn't want to do that too much because with the, I wanted to show the two blades and also show his full body aspect, because his full body aspect is pretty cool. His character design was really cool. I had a lot of fun with this character, like a lot of fun, and you know, just, you know, drawing it, trying to get little details. Like I did add a lot more detail than I usually would go for, I guess. I don't know, because with the character, if you could see on my left hand side, I had some references, because he has so much references, like a lot. And this character was well thought out. This character had everything: background, personality, everything. He even had a love interest. Guys, he had a love interest. I was like, what? This is crazy. But it's cool to see how much, you know, the character is. I was astonished. It was astonishing to me. I was like, what? I never seen somebody actually have like a full, like, I mean, a lot like paragraphs and paragraphs of what this character is about, what, you know, what they are, stuff like that. But on DeviantArt, Slim does have his writing of this character. Like he put this character into the Ruby story, and he did, you know, as much as he's in it as much as it can be. So, you know, I will say take a look at it. I'm going to put his links down below. Every time I do a commission, I do put, well, everybody whose commission it is, like their character, I do put their information down in the descriptions, because I do want you guys to take a look at the work and take a look at the characters that I do I do draw, because they're not mine. So I like to, you know, pay the respects to the person who actually created these characters. And, you know, I always thank the people that, you know, they hired me to do these commissions, because, you know, it's fun, and it keeps my art sharper. You know, I'm practicing every time. So this was like another practice. Every time I look at a commission, every time I see a commission, every time their commission is coming up, it's a practice for me. I have a list. I had a long list. I had like maybe 15 people. My list did get a little bit shorter, which I'm very, very happy about. And yeah, it's a fun experience to have all these commissions. Like, if you guys aren't doing commissions, I think you guys should like put yourself out there and try to do some commissions, because it helps you with practicing. It helps you with thinking on the spot, you know, coming up with things. Even though you have the character there, you still have to remember the poses. You still have to read up on the characters, and you still need to come up with what happens within the character. Like with this Aptus can change into different type of weapons. I had to think of what weapon I wanted. I personally love dual blades, so I was like, hey, let me do dual blades. You know, that's something that I love, so let me put it on him. You know, I don't know how. I hope that Slim likes it, but you know, I was just trying to go off of, you know, a little bit of my feelings on it, what I felt was best for the character himself. You know, the character was very well thought out again, and it was just it was breathtaking. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. How is this done? Oh, the good part about it was I didn't have to do this commission twice, but because I started doing my save method, which is every 5 minutes I will save. So that's the note for today. If you want to make sure your work doesn't get deleted in the process, make sure you save every 5 minutes, or, you know, every time you do finish one thing. Like when I do the let's say if I was drawing him and I did his head, and I moved down to his I started moving down to his other sketch, like, which was just the shirt and stuff, I will save it just so that if it were to turn off on me, or I were to accidentally click it off, it will not delete on my hard work. So that's the note for today. Make sure you save. Now for his what we would say, his nature, like the way he's featured and stuff like that. You know, Slim went all the way back down to when he was a young boy, talking about how his hair was kept well and stuff like that. But he also went to detail with, like, oh, if when he got older, his hair got a little bit messier. His eyes, like, he had a young face, but his eyes made him look like he was older. You know, he had very detailed things. Like, even though I had the pictures to help me, he did have the details in what the character is supposed to look at. Like, they said his hair color is brown, his eye color is dark brown, his skin tone is even, so it's like there's no blotches or nothing like that. But I did see that he has a lot of battle scars. So in the picture that you see on the left, which is a reference picture, he does have like a cut on his chin and on the top of his head, and that's what I kind of added to the character, because it brings back, you know, back to the original bio, which was that the character has cuts and bruises. Well, he got mostly cuts from previous battles, so, you know, I wanted to keep the character the way he's supposed to be, and I also took it from the reference. The thing about commissions, like, if you're doing commissions, you want to make sure you try to stay as true as possible to what the person imagined their character to be. Like, I try to stay as true as possible. I noticed that with the reference photo on the left hand side, it wasn't I wouldn't say colored correctly, but it had a purple hue to everything. Like the brown has a purple hue to it, and I had to actually go back and recolor things so that it could look correct in the way I was trying to draw it, try to color it and get the browns that needed to be brown, because his hair in that reference photo is a purple brown. It's not a brown. So just to stay true to how I draw and stuff like that, and also stay true to Slim, I had to look back on the bio, look back on the details of the character, so that I know exactly what this character is supposed to look like. It's something that everyone has to do when they do commissions, and it's tedious, but it makes the character look better, and it makes the person who hire you more happier, because they're like, oh, she stood true to what I wanted for my character. His hair is a lot more messier here because he is in midair. Like, I have him in a lunging forward position, so his hair is more like moving all over the place. Now if his hair wasn't, I would have did it a different way, and that's basically the most I've been doing with this commission itself. It took me a while, like, to get everything together. This is the longest it ever took me to color, because I guess the character was a lot more detailed, and I had to wrap my brain around the DeviantArts, his bio, and I had to wrap my head around the reference to actually get him done correctly. And then especially the purple hues to everything, it threw me off. So this picture alone took me about 7 hours to do, and it was a good 7 hours. It took me all the way back to where I had to color in the grays and stuff like that. So I was just recoloring everything and making it look good as I can do it. Now the cool part with me, like, I redid some of the colors. I'm not gonna lie. Like with the shoulder pads, I left them the same color because to me it looked like a pinkish brown color, I guess. I'm not too sure. It gave it more of like a, I don't know, burgundy. I don't know. It was like, it matched really well with the coat and everything. So I was like, you know what? Let me just leave it because it looked really good. But yeah, I didn't do too much with trying to mess up too much, I did change the browns because the browns were a lot more pinkish and stuff. And after I got, like, what I like to do is I like to get all my base colors down. Then after I get my base colors down, remove the picture, and then go off of my own color theory, my own everything, because if I try to stick to somebody else's work, it won't look like mine. So that's another thing about commissions. You want to try to stick to your own style, because that's what people hire you for your style. You don't want to go ahead and just copy off of what someone else is doing. I did try to keep in mind of little hints and stuff he had on his outfit. Like right now I'm doing the streak. I knew that it was there, but I was like, is it there or isn't it there? So I looked at it a couple of times before I made the decision of putting it there. So it actually brought the coat out more, and I like that. It came out really good. And it added shade and shadow. Add your hard lines, and then you go over it with the nice airbrush, and it looks pretty good. So I've been like basically rambling on for like this whole thing. And yeah, this is a pretty lengthy video itself, because I'm telling you, it took me like 7 hours to do this whole thing. Like it took that long, and then it took me a whole day to render it. Like how? But I got it done, so I was I'm happy about that. excuse my stuffy nose because I have like a bad stuffy nose. Every time I wake up in the morning, I have a stuffy nose. Do you guys get stuffy nose? I don't know. Let me know, because I think I'm the only one in the world that wakes up with a stuffy nose. It's just weird. So for this week's video, I have like absolutely no clue what I'm gonna do. So if you guys have like any suggestions on, what I should do, what you want to learn, let me know in the comments below. I'm trying to come up with, some content that you guys will actually sit there and watch and, get into it. So, I didn't want to do another making manga because I already did it for last week. So what I want to, well, not last week, but the week after that. So what I want to do is try to do another video and then maybe the next week make manga in the making, which will it will consist of me talking of something else. I already have a topic in mind because somebody actually brought this great question to me, and I feel like it's very important for you guys to know. So yeah, let me know in the comments like what you guys want me to teach you guys, and I will gladly do a awesome video based on it. So I did a nice little city scene in the back of this commission, which looked kind of cool. I took it back to my New York City roots. So this is basically the end of it, and it looks super amazing. I gave him a nice blue hue because that's supposed to be his aura, and yeah, it came out lovely. I love it, and I hope that Slim loves it. So that's it for today's video. If you guys like this video, please hit that like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so you can be part of the notification crew and get information on what is going to be my next video. It could either be helping artists, making manga, commissions, etc., because I do a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, hit that subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. I am out of here, and have a great, amazing rest of the day. Bye bye.